Hey there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and a new card making video. I am making a shaped card today and we're just gonna step up this shaped card and I'll just give you some tips and tricks for stepping up your own shaped cards by maybe dressing them up with other dies that you already own. Now, this is the shaped card die I am using. It's the Cupcake Shaped Card from Trinity Stamps. They have a coordinating die set called Hey Cupcake. It has its own die set to die cut out those stamped images plus all the fun things that come with it. It even says, blow out your candle. Yes, really, which can go with the candlelight from Pear Blossom Press. And I'll be using the Happy Snowman die set. So here's that cupcake shaped card. You can see it's got dies that you can use to turn this into an actual card. It's a very popular die set from Trinity Stamps and one of my personal favorites. So I die cut the card base and then I'm going to stamp out my pieces to go on top of this. Now you could stamp these two pieces together because there's those little side pieces that come out the top of the cupcake, so you can just color that little middle image and it looks like the cake. I'm gonna cut mine out separately so I can stack the frosting on top of it and fit it onto the shaped card more easily. So there's the two pieces stamped and ready to be colored. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with the icing. I am using a B quadruple zero just to add a little bit of shadowing. Instead of using a gray marker, I'm using this blue here because I want to give it this like frosty, icy look. And that is what I'm doing with the blue. I tried to combine the word frosty and icy into one word. That could be a yummy thing. Like a Wendy Frosty with the icy. Maybe it's not yummy. Anyways, back on topic. Just adding the shadowing in and going over that a couple times and like feathering out the ends, and it's just really simple to do. Next, let's do the cake. What kind of cake should we make for a snowman cupcake? Probably carrot cake, right? So that's what I'm going with, but I'm not gonna lie, I have to convince myself that this is carrot cake because it kind of looks like dog food. Oh my gosh. I do make my dog's food myself. I make my own dog food. So maybe that's why it looks like that to me. You let me know what you think, but we're just going to go with carrot cake. I really shouldn't even have given you that image, to hold in your mind. But you can tell me what you think if you like my carrot cake. Maybe some tips on making it look more like carrot cake would be good. All right, so I'm just using some like tannish brown markers with a little bit of a reddish or like cinnamony color to them, right? And you can see I'm kind of coloring in like a circular motion. I like my cake to look like a little bit textured. I want it to have, a good sponge to it. So it should have those holes and openings, lighter areas, darker areas, and then of course carrots, bits of carrots. I recently did have some super delicious carrot cake from the restaurant where my daughter currently works. It was so good, so yummy. I haven't had carrot cake in a long time, so it was kind of on my mind as well. So I was trying to make it look like that, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's all right. It passes until someone tells you it looks like dog food, right? Okay, I think it's time to move on to the coloring of the cupcake wrapper. Could we just move on from this cake business now, right? Yeah, we're done. All right, for the cupcake wrapper, I am using some red markers, starting with my darkest, which is R59, laying down my shadow, and then I'm bringing in my mid-tone and just making that shadow area larger. I think that was R39, and then I have R24 as my lightest color, so I'm just blending all of that out and filling in that section. I'm going to color each section of this cupcake individually, so doing all three of my markers on one section before moving on to the next section. That is the easiest way for me because then the ink is still wet and it's easier to blend versus trying to color this huge image all with my darkest color, all with my mid-tone, all with my light tone. It's just easier to blend it out on a big image, doing it in sections like this. Now, once I got to the middle section, then I'm switching the side where my shadow is. So my shadow is now on the left-hand side versus the right-hand side to give that liner more of a 3D like shape to look more rounded. So yeah, I think it works. And I'm, just coloring each section the same. I find this very relaxing to do. I really enjoy it. I don't know about you if you find coloring relaxing, enjoyable. I think it's fun. I put on a podcast or a YouTube video and kind of listen as I color. It's really fun. It's one of my favorite parts about paper crafting. I don't know about you, but maybe there's something else that is your favorite about paper crafting. Maybe you like the die cutting and putting all the little pieces together, which I also love. All right, so I felt like I needed to kind of dress up my cupcake paper. So I brought out this super cute stamp set. I will have it linked for you below with all the things, but it has really good snowflakes on it. So I thought I'm just going to stamp these snowflakes with white ink, and then the lines of the cupcake wrapper are going to show through a little bit. However, my snowflakes did not look awesome. And so I decided I'm going to go ahead and emboss these with white powder so they're a little bit more vibrant. But the problem with that is I didn't really plan on embossing them. So I get a little bit of static, but here, let's just go through it and see what happens. So pouring on that white powder when I wasn't planning to, and so there is a little bit of extra white powder here and there. Also, if I knew I was going to emboss, I might have used my Misty and stamped these down a few times. I feel like some of the snowflakes didn't come through as crisp as I would normally like them to. Now, you'll see that I'm fussy cutting this out. That's because the die that goes with this set only cuts out the cupcake paper and not the cupcake itself, but I find this image to be super easy to fussy cut. So I just did that. Then I'm going to use the die to cut out the frosting. I have made a bunch of cards with this stamp set. One where the frosting is like a shaker. So cool. I've made a candle blowout card, all the things. So I will have those videos linked for you below if you want to check out more with this die set. You totally can. Okay, then I did not like how the snowflakes were covering up the black lines of the cupcake liner. It just didn't look as authentic. So I got a black Sharpie marker and went over the top of this. I tried to go with a ruler, but here's a little secret about me. I cannot be straight with a ruler. I have to freehand it. Not that my freehanded lines are straight, it's just easier for me to do. I think because I'm like a creative brain. Rulers and me, we have a hard relationship. All right, so now I am adding highlights with my white gel pen, and in the process of doing this and having some flecks of white powder already on my cupcake liner, an idea came to me, and this is the part that finally saves this cupcake wrapper. So never give up. That's the moral of the story. I added little white polka dots throughout here, like more falling snow to go with my snowflakes, and this saved it. This made me love my cupcake liner. I think it turned out so good, and it's really going to add that special touch to my shaped card because I really personalized this piece. All right, now we're going to do all the die cutting for the snowman. This is the Happy Snowman die set. It has 3 pieces. You can make a really tall, like slimline size snowman. You can make him smaller. I love that die set. I have made a lot of snowman things. A felt snowman. I've made like a pop-up slider card with him. He's so cute. So it was so fun to be able to take the parts and pieces from that and put it on here and really dress up my shaker card. Now, think about this. You probably have some dies for like mug cards to turn your mug into different things like Santa, deer, a dog, a cat, a bear. At least that's what Trinity Stamps has, and that's what I have. And you could use those pieces to turn this cupcake into those types of things. Okay, you saw me add some glitter onto my icing, and then I am taking the hat band and I put some adhesive on the front side of a second hat band that is red. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to make this like velvety. So I have some sparkling red flocking from Pink and Maine. So fun. It has not only flocking that's felt or velvety. It has glitter in it, so I had to use it. All right, so that's going to stick down to the rip and stick sheet that I added to the front of my red paper. I did red so that if any flocking fell off or was missing, it would still show through red. And then that looks so velvety and so sparkly. I'm going to add the hat to the top of my icing. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love that little extra of that flocking. It really dresses it up. Also, to help bring this to life, speaking of snowmen, I used some black glossy paper for the hat, the eyes, and the mouth. And that's just going to give that a little bit extra element of, you know, something special, because that paper has got that shiny element instead of matte finish. So it really looks great on this particular project. Now I'm gluing down my cupcake to that shaped card and then adding on my frosting, which is going to cover up a lot of our carrot cake, but still let it show through. And then I'm adding on the little twig arms. Now these twigs are die cut from some super thick craft cardstock. It is my favorite craft cardstock. I've been using it a lot for my gingerbread Christmas series. If you haven't seen that, I have 3 episodes out of that series already. I'm going to have a 4th episode, and I'm going to have a episode coming out that is exclusive for members of my channel, a little bonus episode just for them for my gingerbread Christmas. So if you're interested in that, there's a link below on how you can join my channel. It's only $1.99. You get bonus content from me, so check that out if you are interested. And check out these embellishments I'm adding, also from Trinity Stamps. Oh my word, the holly and the berries. I use this so much. They're shiny. The leaves are embossed. So good. Now, if I didn't already say this, the craft cardstock that I love is from Amazon. I will also have it linked for you below because it's like a giant pack of craft paper, so you can use it to your heart's content. I added Happy Holidays, which is also from the same stamp set that those snowflakes are from, and then I die cut out the cupcake liner that goes with the shaped card. I'm sticking it on the inside, but only put adhesive on 3 sides so it could be a pocket for a gift card. Now, after I thought this card was completely done, I was like, you know what? What if I add some buttons to my snowman? So we're dressing this up even more. There is a circle in this set, and there's also teeny tiny circles that die cut out along with these circles that I think you could use for the buttons, but I am going to use this same white Copic paint marker that I used to make the highlights on the eyes, the hat, and the mouth. It works great on this glossy paper. It's so vibrant, and the paint marker works great. So the buttons is what completed my shape card, and you can see how you can really dress up your shape cards with your little critter pieces that you already have. Combine them and make these super fun shaped cards. Thank you so much for watching, and happy stamping. I will see you all again very soon with another paper crafting video. Bye.